everything you've asked. Everything's going according to plan.
Governor, we won county, and the NAPAC has never been stronger. So tell us, Governor, what else can we do for you?
I got it from here. Welcome back to another episode of Barrett's Life. The topic for today is living with a disability and how do we fix the challenges that people with disabilities face. The first topic for discussion are how do we deal with the people with disabilities versus the relationship without people without disabilities. One thing people without disabilities do not realize that most people with disability want to be treated the way that they want to be treated, and also the people with disabilities need to be more open and sharing their experience, of my opinion, because if we educate people, just like I discussed a little bit on my last podcast, if we educate people about our condition, and we'll have more realization that other people will be knowledgeable and will just create this happy, healthy relationship across the board with people with disabilities and without. That being said, my first initial opinion is learning how to be knowledgeable across the board, not just people with disabilities or without. Giving people the benefit of the doubt, because a lot of time we're closed-minded, and if we're closed-minded, we we don't get we're not open to new experiences, new ideas, and heck, I mean, if we work together as a society, I I think we can firmly agree upon what a better future. So that being said, the ways I think we can improve as being, helpful to each other is, one, give each other opportunity to be in our life. And this is the issue that I see nowadays in society. It is not a lot of companies are willing to open their doors for people with disabilities, but they're willing to open the doors without. And I know there's drama across the board, because they're worried about safety, people don't want to spend money. There's all these types of scenarios. But I say if we give actors a chance, if we give, you know, like, um, like, for this what I used to play Power Wheelchair Soccer on TV, then not only do we inspire the younger generation, and I know they have the Special Olympics on TV. That's not what I'm talking about here. But I'm saying, like, if they allow, like, all these different sports with all these different conditions, then I think society will have a better understanding that we have a lot of more situations in common versus not in common, because right now the issue with Hollywood and the way Hollywood frames disability is better now, but in the past, it wasn't real. It was not real scenarios, and my issue is with a lot of other people is they would let other people play disability parts that wouldn't have a disability. So, you know, not only would they hire somebody without a disability to play the disability part, but it would be a misrepresentation of reality. And I, ju- I just wish that more producers and more actors would give people with disabilities a chance. Now, from what I've seen on YouTube, because the 21st century here, now there has been more and more people that at disabilities to get better better representation of society, but you know, there's been the stigma that I've been watching in several videos, reading several articles that if the studio safe is not, and I can tell you from what I've seen and what I heard, if it was was safe for people without disabilities and they had to go through all these protocols, of course it's gonna be safe for people with disabilities because they work with people with disabilities and have scenarios in place. One example that I saw on YouTube, they would have a beanbag or somebody out of the frame tapping the person with that couldn't see that was blind, tap them on the shoulder when they hit their marker or whatever they needed to stand to do the part they needed to do. Also, I watched Cole and Charisma, and now that Cole is pursuing acting, I'm also learning that more and more people that are willing to adjust and adapt there seems to accommodate the people that are playing the role. It's getting more and more production because you're like, here we go, this is real. And for me as an outsider, and I don't know all the answers that goes on in the studio, I'm not a professional actor by no means, but all the stuff that go into acting, people people are more willing to watch what's real versus what's fake. And I'm not talking about comedy or none of that. I'm just saying if there was a real interpretation of people with disability playing somebody with a disability part or without one, then I think it'll make part of it a more inclusive world, and there won't be these stereotypes of people with disability can't get jobs, people with disabilities have to fight as much as I have. I don't know other people have, but I tell you what, if we can be more inclusive and take take examples from companies and other businesses taking that next step, we will be a better off of society. And I think we're heading in the right direction, but there's also a lot to be done. So you may ask yourself, what do we mean by disability? How do we cross the stigma that society gives us? See, people view disability as like an obstacle that you have to face every day, and some things you can't do. I say a disability is another obstacle you gotta overcome. Which, if you have that attitude, you will find ways around the obstacles that you face. And just like I mentioned before, if we educate people and the disability community, if we educate people and kind of tell people, yeah, we can do this. For an example, like acting, or you know, I would like Scarowlands for several years being one of the scary people, and I was basically acting and doing my thing. If we show people that we can do it, we can crush the stigma. And I hope you enjoyed this episode and join me next time. But a two-part of this series. And like I always say, don't forget to live a very striking life and be confident in who you are.